Hey there, guys! Welcome to this episode summary of the Three Body Season 1 Episode 9. In this video, I'll be covering Wang Miao's experiment, Hu Xiaoxi's confrontation, the impact of surveillance, science, and technology, and an overall summary of the episode. So grab some popcorn, grab your physics textbooks, and let's get into it. At the start of this episode, we see Wang Miao getting on with his life, despite seeing the countdown in front of his eyes all the time. He is seen helping his daughter with a science experiment for school to teach her about heat and getting an egg into a narrow bottle. The internet is up in arms about this scene, because science nerds say Wang's explanation for how the egg went into the bottle is wrong. According to these science nerds, the number of molecules consumed is the same as the number of molecules produced. It is only because the internal gas temporarily expands due to combustion, and the egg is sucked in as it cools and shrinks after being placed on it. Not because the egg was pushed by molecules rushing into the bottle to replace the ones destroyed. Ouch. This scene is more than just an experiment gone wrong. It is also designed to reassert the importance of science and physics in explaining the world. As we follow Wang Miao and Shi Qiang on their investigation to find out why scientists have been committing suicide, we witness firsthand the significance of science and its application in understanding what is going on in the world around us. Through Wang's action, we are reminded that even in the face of a looming disaster, one must remain diligent and form their own conclusions on events, instead of blindly following guesses and speculations. Moreover, as the audience, we are able to learn and marvel at the wonderful and strange secrets that science reveals. In the case of this experiment, we can see that although we may not be able to measure and predict the exact results of each and every situation, our logical deduction and understanding of basic science principles can point us in the right direction and inform our decisions. In this episode, Shi Qiang tracks down Hu Xiaoxi, the man who told Xu Ming the location of the scientist's safe house. With the help of Hu, Shi gets information about the scientist's safe houses, which were emailed to him by an unknown party. Despite this, Qiang still dismisses him, saying, "You're not qualified to be my enemy," in a withering dismissal. Through this scene, the notion of state surveillance is revealed. Qiang causally tells Hu that they cracked what he did or didn't do by pulling an email he received and his phone calls, which governments do at will now. This scene serves as a warning to us that state surveillance can be widespread and secret. Even as citizens, it is up to us to remain vigilant and aware of our rights, and to know that the government can monitor us without presenting direct evidence. What's more, this subtle reminder of autonomy is also reflected in the other storylines of the show. Each character has the right to make their own decisions, whether it's the choice to submit to government surveillance or to risk one's life in search of the truth. As such, Hu's confrontation with Qiang also serves as a barometer of progress and a reminder that power lies in the knowledge and understanding of the truth, not in absolute control. Even though Hu Xiaoxi doesn't get what he wants, he is able to revel in his own victory. It only proves that with the right words, anyone can survive and stand up for themselves. Additionally, this scene serves to showcase the dynamics between good and evil in the show. While Qiang holds all the cards, it is clear that Hu Xiaoxi also has his own power, that of wit and cunningness. By showing up Qiang's actions, it creates a sense of imbalance and disruption that in the end contributes to the progress of the story. Lastly, the confrontation between Qiang and Hu also serves as the backdrop for further unraveling the mystery of the science suicides. Through this scene, we get clues that Hu is an agent or asset of Pan Han, and he might be a more extremist believer in achieving whatever their lord wants. We are also made aware that Shen Yufei is a fanatic, and that she has lower opinions for Hu for letting himself get caught just to show off. Overall, Hu's confrontation with Qiang serves to remind us of the power of words, the necessity of autonomy, and the importance of understanding the truth. It also provides us with more information about the characters in the show, and sets us up for the upcoming clues that will help us further unravel the mystery of the science suicides. After Hu Xiaoxi's confrontation with Qiang, Pan Han is revealed as the one who has been manipulating Hu. Pan Han and his priorities are revealed through this scene, which confirms that he is likely a more extremist believer in achieving whatever their lord wants. He is a driving force behind the darkness in the show, as his manipulative tactics have the potential to do a great amount of damage. Even though Pan Han may present himself as a compassionate and trustworthy figure, this scene serves to demonstrate his insincerity and his thirst for power. This is exemplified by his lord's plan and his cultivation of Xu Ming, which is a way to use her to report news that would spread panic despite Shi Qiang and Xu Ming's efforts. Pan has also dismissed Hu for getting caught in the act, thus demonstrating his will to control and limit the people under his control. Pan is a character who is used to remind us of our own human flaws. He is driven by ambition and hunger for power. Also, he is only concerned with getting what he desires, no matter what the cost is. Like many people in real life, Pan Han has a tendency to manipulate and deceive in ways that make him seem like a villain, but in actuality, he is a character that is driven by insecurity and a lack of understanding of how to find his own place in the world. This scene is a powerful reminder of how easily power can be abused and misused, and it also serves to remind us to remain vigilant regarding the choices we make in life. Furthermore, it sets the stage for the next episode in which we will see whether or not Pan Han will prevail in his mission. On the other hand, this scene helps the audience to realize that the only way humans can protect themselves from those who have power over them is by understanding and questioning the motives behind the choices that are made. Xu Ming is a character whose innocence and decency makes her a target for manipulation and abuse. She could be easily taken advantage of by Pan and those concerned by the frontiers of science. However, Xu shows a surprising level of strength and intelligence by secretly recording Pan and their conversations for insurance and evidence in case things go south. The recordings are her way of attempting to shift the power dynamics and acquire the agency that too often falls in the hands of Pan and others in the frontiers of science. Xu also exemplifies the courage it takes to stand up to those in power and to understand one's own value. Even when confronted with an authoritative figure, such as Pan Han, she is able to maintain her sense of self and confidence. She refuses to be intimidated and is aware of the importance of information and the advantages that recordings would bring her in case things go wrong. The courage and insight of Xu Ming's character conveys an important message, that even when faced with oppressive and controlling figures, it is possible to empower oneself. In a world where those in power often take advantage of precarious situations, Xu Ming stands as an example of self-possession and strength that shows how anyone can choose to resist oppressive dynamics and fight for what is just in any situation. The power of resistance that is emphasized in this scene is also an important reminder for the audience of how important it is to keep asking questions and not to let oneself be fooled by those in positions of power. Only through questioning the motives and reasoning behind decisions can one remain in control of their situation. Furthermore, the power of the recordings made by Xu Ming helps to once again make clear the themes of corruptive influence and its proper countering that is core to this show. When Wang Miao and Shi Qiang meet Shen Yufei in the Three-Body Problem VR game, they discover reality-shifting events within a world of time and space. This is Civilization 139, within a stable era of the game that have sprouted 139 civilizations before them. As they investigate further, they are shocked to see people dressing in a Victorian manner, a sign that this civilization has made it to the Steam Age, which is remarkable considering that those before them had only made it to the Stone Age before they were destroyed by a three-body event. This is not just any VR game, but a scientific simulation created by the genius that is Wang Miao. The simulation features a dynamic environment that can replicate reality and the possibilities it may bring. As the two investigate the world, they gain a better understanding of life in the three-body problem. They also discover the work of Shen Yufei and the role that she plays in the game, possibly being the mastermind behind the game and its events. What is most remarkable about this scene is that it raises themes about the construction of technology and its consequences, something that is rarely explored in science fiction and popular culture in general. Three-Body Problem VR touches upon the potential implications of the technology that Wang Miao has created, from the destruction of civilizations to the manipulation of the public by those in power. The scene also brings to the forefront questions of what technologies are desirable and which should be limited or even outlawed, positioning the viewer to consider these vital questions in a creative and scientific way. The Three-Body Problem VR provides a thought-provoking look at a world inspired by the works of Cixin Liu, and through the simulative structure of the game, invites the viewer to experience it themselves. Beyond presenting scientific concepts and theories in a way that is engaging and imaginative, the scene inspires contemplation of the effects of technocracy and its long-term implications. It is a testament to Three-Body's Season 1's narrative and technical complexity, that it can bring all these elements together in one stunning and mind-blowing scene. The climax of the VR case occurs when Wang Miao and Shi Qiang's conversation takes place. Here, they press Shen Yufei to reveal her role in the scientist's suicides. There is a sense of unease in this scene as the two question Shen Yufei and demand answers. This conveys how ominous Shen Yufei's presence is as a fanatic and a follower of the Lord that the frontiers of science worships. The importance of this scene cannot be overstated, as we learn an essential detail about Shen Yufei's purpose in the simulated VR world. She's trying to lead the people to a better world. Her true intentions are concealed beneath the veil of a mission to protect civilization, when in reality the true purpose of her actions is to follow her Lord and bring the two closer. As the conversation progresses, the underlying tension between the characters grows, and Shen Yufei reveals that Yang Dong killed herself due to her failed research. The conversation between Wang Miao and Shi Qiang is intense, yet captivating, and sets the stage for the finale in later episodes. It also provides insight into Shen Yufei's true motivations behind supporting the frontiers of science, as we learn that her great ambition is to lead people to a better place, no matter the cost. As the discussion comes to an end, the realization sets in that she might very well be the one responsible for all the tragedy. Finally, it sets up the mystery of why Yang Dong died 10 months after her experiments failed, a mystery that will hopefully be solved in later episodes. Episode 9 of Three Body brings us ever closer to the understanding of the mysteries surrounding Wang Miao's countdown, the mysterious Lord, and the suicides of various physicists. From the experiment between Wang Miao and his daughter, we are reminded of the importance of science and physics to explain the world. We are also exposed to the power of state surveillance with General Chang, who is able to uncover the clandestine activities of Hu Xiaoxi. As the story progresses, we get to learn more of the sinister intentions behind Shen Yufei and Pan Han's activities with Frontiers of Science. We are able to connect many of the dots between Xu Ming and Yang Dong and their quest for the truth. But the episode raises many questions that still need answers. Why did Yang Dong take her life after her research failed, instead of immediately after? What is the endgame for Pan Han and Shen Yufei? What secrets does the mysterious Lord hold? These questions will hopefully be answered soon as the characters continue their investigation. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. By subscribing, you will be able to join in the conversation on what is going to happen in the next episode. Plus, you might even get fun facts on the show before anyone else. So hit that subscribe button now and start following this fascinating show.